Welcome. So this practice will be a nice slow flow yoga session, and we will be working pretty much the whole body, but it will be in a very mindful and slow way. This practice is perfect if you are starting your day, or if you are in those days that you don't feel much energy, and you just really want to move your body at the same time. So it can be done at any time, really. If you prefer to do it in the afternoon after a long day of work, it's also a great practice. So we are starting in a crossed leg position. I like to have my left leg in front of the right, which see how it feels on your hips. And we're going to use a blanket or maybe a pillow just to elevate your hips and just allowing your back to fall into its natural curve. Just relax your shoulders, rest the hands onto your knees. Start by closing your eyes. Just observe for a few moments the rise and the fall of your belly as you inhale and exhale through the nose. Trying to make your breath even. So trying to bring it into a coherent state. Inhaling through the nose to a count of 3. And exhaling out through your nose on a count of 3. Repeating 2 more times. On the next inhalation, we're going to take the breath a little deeper into the lungs. Just really, for a moment, bringing both hands on the sides of your rib cage. Inhaling and really bringing the air to expand the lungs and all this area around the rib cage. And we're going to exhale out through the mouth. We're going to do it one more time. And coming back to our natural breath. Maybe setting up an intention for your practice today, a sankalpa. And this can be anything that you would like to work on. It could be a physical aspect, but it could also be an emotional aspect, or even something as simple as being present throughout the whole practice with your body and your breath. As we inhale, very gently we start opening the eyes, always trying to keep a soft gaze and the attention in. And as we inhale, we're going to reach the arms out and up. Exhaling and starting to twist from the pelvis, turning to the left side. Relaxing the right hand on top of the left knee and the left hand behind you. And throughout the whole practice, you can use props. So these are blocks. It can be anything like books or blankets or anything that's going to make you feel more supported and comfortable. As we inhale, we're going to lengthen through the spine. And very gently, as we exhale, we're going to twist to the left side. So we're waking up the spine. We want to make it a gentle twist. And then from here, we're going to reach the left arm up. And we're going to start leaning to the right side with your body and the arm. So moving into the opposite direction of your right hand. Taking a couple of breaths here, really enjoying that lengthening on the left side of your body. And exhaling, releasing very, very carefully the hand to the floor. And then from here, continuing with this twist, we're going to take the head to the right shoulder. So taking the head to the right shoulder, we're going to start rotating the head down and around all the way. Behind, and making a full circle with your head. Stopping here, enjoying the stretch on the left side, and coming back to your neutral position. Releasing both hands in line with your hips. And when you're ready, the only thing we need to do is to reach, this time the left hand on top of the right knee. And actually adjust the right hand behind you a little bit more. So remember to lengthen through the spine. And once again, if you need to elevate your pelvis a bit more, go ahead and do that with another block or another blanket. So making this twist very gentle. And then as we inhale, we're going to reach the right arm up. And as we reach the right arm up, we're going to lean to the left side as well. So just keeping both hips grounded. We're going to feel that lengthening on the right side of the body. From your hip all the way up to the fingertips. And as we exhale, we're going to release that right hand to the floor behind us. We're going to take the head to the left shoulder. Just pausing for a few moments to feel that stretch. Just feel as well your right shoulder falling down a bit more. Keeping your breath flowing naturally. We're going to start rotating the head round all the way in a clockwise direction. So just another rotation. Bringing your head back to that neutral position and then releasing both hands to the sides. Very nice. So if you feel comfortable here, we're going to start leaning from the pelvis. We're going to start leaning forward towards the shin. And we can stay here. This is absolutely fine. If you stay here for a few moments, you will really feel that your pelvis, the back, the lower back, is stretching and your hips are opening. But if you want to take another step further, you can bring both hands in front of you. And you can even maybe, if it's available for you, bring both forearms to the floor. So just to make your hip stretch a little stronger. And then from here, we're going to walk both hands to your left side. So moving both arms to the left and maybe even taking the right hand on top of the left. We're going to just lower the head here and find that the stretch is moving to the back, almost the junction between the back and the side of your body. Just another breath here. As we inhale, we're going to keep the left hand where it is, just Sweep that right arm back behind you. So just really opening the arm back and finding a stretch on the inside of your arm and the front of your chest here, and the armpit. And we release. We're going to release both hands down and walk them to the right side this time. So walking to the right side, placing the left hand on top of the right and resting the hand between your arms. Just keeping both hips grounding. And on your next exhalation, we're going to slowly lift that left arm up and then back a little bit to find that stretch on the inside of the left arm and the armpit in the front of the chest. And we release very slowly. Wonderful. From here, we're going to straighten both legs, open both legs wide to the side. And it must feel quite nice now. Just give it a little shake. And I'm going to remove the blanket from under my pelvis. And now from here, I'm going to pause for a moment and go for another twist. So I'm going to turn my chest towards the right side. And I'm going to bring both hands parallel towards one another on the right side. So outside your leg. Maybe I'll walk the hands forwards a bit more. And here we are feeling a stretch on the front of the thigh, which is really releasing. And of course on the side of the body. Moving to the other side and bringing both arms to the left, outside the leg. And releasing. From here we're moving into a tabletop position. So making sure that the hands are in line with your shoulders and the knees are in line with your hips, roughly. So just adjusting yourself here, pressing the tops of the feet to the floor and see if this is comfortable for you. If you need any support under the knees, go ahead with the blanket. As we inhale, we're going to open the chest forward, drop the belly. And as we exhale, we're going to gently round the spine, bringing the chin towards the chest and the lower belly in. Keep pushing the floor away with your hands. And we're going to go for it 2 more times. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling and rounding your spine. Inhale, opening up 1 last time. Exhale and rounding your spine. Coming back to a neutral position. And from here, we're going to start shifting our hips back towards the heels. And coming forward over your wrists. Moving back with a few pulsations and forth. Just moving with your breath. Wonderful. Coming back to that neutral position. And then from here, we're going to extend the right leg behind us. We're going to imagine that we're pressing the heel against a wall and moving that heel towards the wall and then forth. So just again, that movement of that pulsation. Trying to make the poses in a constant movement, soft and constant movement, super gentle. Wonderful. Wonderful. And then from here, I'm going to lift my right leg behind us. Fingers are pointing back and the left arm extends. So just working on our core here for about 2 to 3 breaths. Bringing the belly in. Really feeling the energy moving from the center of your core all the way to the back of the leg and the front of your hands. Releasing the left hand to the floor, we're going to bring that leg around. We're going to start moving into the side twist. So looking over the left shoulder and if possible to your big toes. Very nice. And then slowly we're going to release, bringing that leg up again. And then from here, I'm going to bend the knee out. So bending that leg, bringing it out, keeping the integrity of your core going in towards the spine. As we exhale, we're going to step very gently the foot outside the right hand, moving into a low lunge position with your knee down. So just engaging in that pulsation with the knee. Moving back and forth, slowly and very mindfully. So just seeing how your body responds to the movement. It's not so much about going far with this practice. It's more about feeling your body, tuning in with your breath, just really enjoying the movements. And eventually we're going to stop in this position, placing both palms on the floor and enjoying the opening of the hip flexors and the thighs. If you want to add on, we're going to twist to the right side, so making it a low lunge twist with the knee down. So the right hand moves up, and maybe we can look up to the right thumb or in front to see how it feels on your neck. If you want to take it one step further, I'm going to tuck the back toe under and lift the knee off the floor for just a couple of breaths. And releasing the knee to the floor, bringing the hand to the floor. I'm going to move back and forth for a couple of breaths. From here, to counter the twist, we're going to walk the hands to the left side of the mat. So just keeping that front knee bent, but I'm going to move both arms to the left side. So making this a hip opener, but also a twist. And releasing. Carefully unwinding from the pose and bringing the right knee to the floor. And you can just see the difference between the right leg and the left. Just making a few movements here with our hips. And then when you're ready, we are going to move on to the left side of the body. So start by extending the left leg out, pressing the heel back against that imaginary wall behind you. Just really feeling a nice, very pleasant stretch on the calves. And then eventually we're going to move that leg up a bit more with our toes pointing back. Extending the right arm in front, so opposite arm Holding it here for another 2 breaths. Just working on the core, adjusting if necessary. Releasing the hand to the floor. And then from here we're going to move that left leg around. Drop the foot to the floor, and when you're ready, start twisting. And maybe you're going to turn the head to the right side, look over the shoulder to your left foot. Come back to your neutral position. From here, lifting the leg, and we're going to start bending the knee out. Maybe looking at that left knee. Stepping the foot outside the hand into that nice lizard variation with your knee down. Bend through the left knee. Open the chest forward, relax the shoulders. Just really enjoy this hip opener, but also this chest opener and back bend. Make it a little more dynamic with some pulsations, moving back and forth. But just very simple movements. Very nice. Eventually we're going to stay in this pose for a few breaths. So this is option number 1. All of the options are great. The only difference is that some poses might be, or some variations might be a bit more suitable for your for you today, how you're feeling. Maybe you want to twist and open to the left side, so spiraling that left arm up. If you're really feeling that you need a bit of a back extension and a back twist. Another possibility as well will be to tuck the toe under and just lift the knee off the floor. So this is a full one of the expressions of a twisted lunge. Eventually, we're going to release the hand down, the knee down, maybe just a little moving back and forth. And bring that left leg back. Very nice. From here, I'm going to tuck the toes under, bringing both big toes together. And we're going to walk the hands back towards the knees, lifting the knees off the floor and moving into this Malasana or squat position variation. With both hands in front of you, resting the head between your arms. And then we release. We're going to crawl to the top of the mat, moving into this plank position. So again, that sense of pressing the heels against the wall, just really feeling as well the energy rising to your hands and the shoulders. Belly in. Exhale, release. Move back to your first downward facing dog. So just really finding that space in your knees, in the back, in your arms. And eventually we move into this more stable downward facing dog. Moving and continuing with the pulsation, inhaling, moving into your high plank position, exhaling, shifting the energy back. And again, plank position, exhaling back. Very nice. Inhaling, lifting the heels off the floor, and then super carefully, we're going to walk the hands forward towards the top of your mat. Into fold forwards. Wonderful. From here, we're going to inhale and reach the heart forward, so into a halfway lift, keeping a flat back. Exhaling and releasing. Bending through the knees. Inhaling, moving into a halfway lift. Exhaling and releasing down. Inhaling this time, we're going to start rolling all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Eventually finding yourselves into your Tadasana mountain pose. Very nice. As we inhale, we're going to, well actually before that, we're going to just move the feet a little wider than the hips. Opening the chest. Inhaling and start bending the knees, moving into this kind of chair pose variation as we bring the hands to our heart center and then just go for a little squat. Moving back up, exhaling, mountain. Inhaling into a chair position variation, palms pressing gently against one another. Hips move back. Exhale and release. Inhale, hands together, bending through the knee. Exhale and release. We're going to adjust our feet, moving them towards the midline. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms out, up, hands to the heart as we dive all the way down into our fold forward. Inhale into a halfway lift, hands on your shins or on the floor. Exhale and release. One more time, inhale into a flat back. Exhale and release. From here, we're going to grab our block, but don't worry, if you don't have a block, get just a couple of books, stack them on top of each other, and that should do. I'm going to place it in the vertical position, and my left hand is going to come towards, to support my lower back. I'm going to bend through the right knee, and as I bend through the right knee, automatically you start feeling your heart moving out. So just another lovely twist here. And you can really feel it in your sciatica, lower back and the sciatica, on the back of the glutes as well, all the way down to your legs. Releasing down. And we're going to move to the other side. So the left hand rests on top of your block. And we're going to bring the right hand to support the lower back. Bending through that left knee. And very naturally, we find our twist on the right side. The head can move up a bit more, but just making sure that it's not uncomfortable in any way to your neck. So you can look in front or up. Exhale and release. From here, we're going to step the right foot back. We're not going to go full range, so we're just going to move that foot into this triangle shape. The heel is in line with the toes. I'm going to bend the elbows, bring them closer to the body, and just relax the head completely. You should feel a really, really nice and juicy stretch on the back of your legs, the glutes and the lower back, and also the whole of your neck and shoulders and upper body in general. Staying for another breath in your pyramid pose. Inhaling and reaching the heart forwards. Exhaling, bending the back knee, just hopping to the top. Switching the legs. Left leg comes behind you so that the left foot is in line with the right heel. Both hands are framing the foot, and you can bring both hands forward or back, depending how intense you want your stretch to be. So just explore, just see how it feels on your body. And then eventually we're going to relax the shoulders and the head down for a few breaths. Very nice. As we inhale, we're going to open the heart forward. And as we exhale, we're going to plant both palms on the floor, shifting that foot back and stepping into your downward facing dog. We're going to move forward into a high plank position, and sure you adjust your hands and your feet accordingly if you feel like it. From here we're going to lower the body all the way down. So bending the elbows in, trying to keep some space between the rib cage and your elbows and your upper arms. Exhaling all the way down. Both palms come to the floor alongside your body. Just pausing for a few moments with your head, the forehead on the floor. And when you're ready, as you inhale, we're going to slowly peel the chest off the floor. Just moving it up. So just making sure that you engage the whole of the back of your body. Keep pressing through the tops of the feet and your hands. Just another breath here. Exhaling and releasing completely. Bringing both hands in front, so one hand on top of the other. Just resting your head on your hands. Resetting. Just really connecting with the earth underneath you. Just really letting go of any tensions that you might have accumulated in your body, in your mind. Just enjoy that sense of relief that the movement and the breath brings to your body. Very gently on the next inhalation, both palms come just under the shoulders. You're going to open the chest and press back into a child's pose. But we're going to move into a child's pose with the knees wide. So bringing them wide and just really allowing the hips to shift back towards the heels. As you stretch both arms in front of you and your heart down. Just really enjoying this beautiful and kind of lazy child's pose. Lazy is a very positive thing, by the way. You can stay here for as long as you would like. And in fact, another variation will be to turn both palms up. If you turn both palms up, you will feel that both of your shoulders kind of extern in a different direction. So it's kind of an external rotation of your shoulders. It's not always easy. Just make sure it feels comfortable on your shoulders. Eventually we're going to turn the palms down. And move the hands back. So just stop for a few moments here in this kind of a frog variation, I call it, because one feels like a frog really. But it's very grounding. And of course you can stay here or we can move into a twist. So walking the right hand forward, the left arm just slides under the right, relaxing the head and the shoulder down. And maybe you can even bring the right arm over the head. Just trying to rotate the spine with each exhalation. Just kind of looking under the armpit. This is a wonderful position to stretch the whole of your upper back and your shoulder. It's a nice, lovely rotation of the spine as well, and it's a hip opener at the same time. And of course you can stay as long as you would like in each pose. Otherwise, we unwind from it. Just observe the difference between the left and the right arm. Maybe moving it a little bit. And then eventually we're going to move on to the other side. So the left palm moves forwards and the right arm slides under. Just relaxing the head and the shoulder down. You can always have the option of having the palm flat on the floor in this position. Or you can bring the arm over the head. And just stay here for a few more breaths. And we release all the way. Very nice. So just pausing for a few moments. And we are going to release. Very nice. So from here, we're going to sit on our heels. Sorry, or on our sitting bones. It's just sitting all the way. Wonderful. And for a few moments, we're just going to simply come into this butterfly shape. So coming into this butterfly shape, adjusting yourselves, adjusting your pelvis, and once again, you always have the option of elevating the pelvis. Just pausing for a few moments, maybe closing your eyes. Just really thinking of that intention that you set up earlier. Any aspect that you would like to work on, or maybe just let go of. Anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Any feelings, any thoughts, anything that could be toxic for you. Just really releasing any aspects that no longer serve you. And then when you're ready, we're going to lie all the way down. Pausing for a few moments, with the feet flat on the floor, and the palms flat too, so the fingers are just pointing back. And then moving all the way. So coming into this constructive rest pose. And then from here, we're going to do a couple of exercises that are really wonderful for the back as well. So just to create some awareness of our back. As we inhale, we're going to press the lower back down towards the floor. And as you press the lower back down, automatically your spine starts to round up and the belly moving up. Relax the shoulders. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the back flat on the floor once again. So relaxing that pressure, that gentle pressure of the lower back onto the floor. So moving into a flat back. And again, we're going to start pressing very gently the lower back down, allowing that nice curve on your spine, a little bit like a bridge, and relaxing the belly down. And again, inhaling, very gently pressing the lower back down, lifting the belly. And you can feel that your shoulders are also relaxing more and more with each breath. And releasing. Wonderful. So just observe your back for a few moments. And then eventually we're going to draw the left knee towards the chest and adjust the right foot as necessary. So drawing the left knee towards the chest, and then we're going to lift the leg, straightening it. We're going to slide the back of our palm under the left side of the pelvis and the bony part of our hip, bending the knee. And we're going to very simply start to circle the hip open. And just really enjoying that very subtle movement of the back of your spine, the right side, just pressing against the hand and feeling that massaging of your back against the hand. Changing the direction of the circle and releasing the foot down. Moving on to the other side, right side now. So drawing the right knee towards the chest, pausing for a moment, extending the leg up. And then we're going to slide the palm, the right palm, under that hip. So just moving it up a little bit. And now I have my the back of my right palm pressing against the bony parts of the right hip and the pelvis. I'm just going to bend the knee here and just start to circle the knee out, open. And it's such a relief for the lower back, and especially if you're sitting for long periods of time in front of a computer, it's just such a wonderful way to release any tensions and to change direction. And releasing the foot to the floor. Very nice. Just to finish it off, I'm going to walk both feet wider than my hips. And I'm going to simply move them to the left and then to the right. So moving both legs to the left and to the right in a zigzag shape, like. You can also bring both arms over the head into this kind of cactus variation. Just to relax the shoulders and the upper parts of the body a bit more. Close your eyes and enjoy the movement. Start to go a little slower. Take a big breath in as you bring your knees to neutral, and a big breath out through your mouth. Two more. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Last one. Eventually, we're going to extend the legs in front, finding our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. And of course, if it feels comfortable for you, keep your arms where they are. Otherwise, bring them alongside your body. start to relax completely. Enjoy the pull of the gravity, allowing your body to relax with each breath more and more towards the earth underneath. Observe how each and every part of your body is melting down. Let go of the practice and start to let go of the breath. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Feel full. Namaste.